Alrighty, folks, you already know what it is. You saw the title of the video. Yes, I got to play Gouie relatively early compared to everybody else. Unfortunately, I missed out on the festivities during the weekend before because I'm probably gonna be at Gommel, or this is gonna be made before I leave for Toronto for Gommel. Get on my level. So yeah, no, hope you enjoy. So that aside, as somebody that has reacted to this little guy during the EVO announcement, and then ever since then, I've been constantly touting Gouie as the thing we need in Rivals of Aether 2. A cute, at least one other cute character, because the last one I can think of is Orcane. And going off of one casual person I know, Nurse Superfan, my homie that I brought to Battle BC with, that was her second favorite character to watch, other than Lorena, because of course it is. But anyways, that one aside, I asked her what she thought of this little guy, like as soon as the trailer dropped, and the response was that Gouie is a cuter version of Mike Wazowski and Donald Duck. I can't be making this up, but that does tell me that this character is hitting all the right notes on the surface. And the reason why I've been touting Gouie as like the thing we need is because I want like a character and the next character to be something where if somebody is just watching Rivals of Aether, they can just go pass by through the streams or through like walking through a major and be like, oh my god, what is this character? What do they do? This, that, and the third. And just make them glued to their seat or where they're standing. Right? Because I really do think that this is a character that can do that. Just from like appearances alone. But then we are here now, and when I got my hands on this little guy, oh my god, he is kind of horrifying, at least if you're a heavyweight enthusiast, because, like, dude, like, his moveset, like, very, very, like, Puff and Kirby inspired. This is basically what if Kirby was actually allowed to be a good character, on top of, like, other floaties, too, right? So, yeah, this is gonna be a heavyweight's worst nightmare, and on top of that, his backstory is kind of nightmare fuel inducing. Aether Studios kind of unintentionally made one of their darkest characters, at least in terms of origin. No, let's run through it really quick. The Palugi River is one of the major waterways leading into Merchant Port and the Southern Sea. The prestigious Plattwell family controls much of that land along the Palugi River, and made a point of industrializing it, thus joining the ranks of the wealthy elite. The flow wardens of Swampy Estuary noticed the increase in pollution, washing downstream. The mire that began to accumulate surpassed toxic, and became something truly alarming. Master Chief of the Flow Wardens first tried to warn the Plattwells of the damage they were doing, and when he was rebuffed, he took it upon himself to stymie the flow of the pollutions. He was caught by Plattwell's young son, who delayed him until industrial security could arrive. That same child went to play near the pipes one day and fell in the repugnant sludge. He was washed downstream, coated inside and out by all matter of unspeakable chemicals. What washed up in the mire choking Swampy Estuary was no longer a child, it was something else. It was Gouie. Now, the Gouie's not even the name of the kid. It's just the parasite, I guess. Damn. You know, first of all, we need more lore drops like this, like for every single character that doesn't really have much lore, like i.e. Rano, or yeah, Rano's like the biggest one. Zetter, if you didn't play the first game. And yeah, those are like the two that stick out in my mind, because yeah, no, I really want to know more of the characters of Aether, and we got some lore, and we know the personality of Gouie just right away, just front and center, like not much needed to be said. at this point. Because like when you get a character like Claren and she comes from the future to try and stomp Lockstaunt, you already know like it's already gonna be a sad story. This one, however, you just see like a cute little like dude and it's like, oh he's dead. Wow, and then yeah, we find this out. Wow, A3 Studios just unintentionally creating a dark character. Love to see it. But yeah. So anyways, from first impressions, keep in mind, I don't play floaties like that. I don't play Puff, I don't play Nigel, I don't play Kirby, I don't play Bradshaw, I don't play insert floaty character or archetype here. But here's what I would like to share, like, just from like playing a few hours of this character. So the first one I want to run through is his gimmicks. Yes, gimmicks, because there are multiple things about him. So first off, he's one of the only, I think he's the only character to finally have a charge shot. Like so. And how you get that is, you have to absorb them with neutral beam, and then you can also plant this, like, puddle, right? That just grabs the opponent. Like, if they get too close. If I can, you know, get Lockstaunt in there. There we go. And that could just lead into a lot. Like so. So now you're wondering, what is this residue on the stage? Why is this here? Why this, like... And that goes into his next gimmick. The goobers. So, the goobers in question being, the thing he throws with his, up special, right? And you can pick them up, but side note, you have to, in order for it to be an item, you have to either hit the opponent or hit their shield. And like so, I'll quickly demonstrate that. And like so. And what you can do with the goober is Z-drop it, and it replenishes the puddle. And like so. So yeah, there's that. That's one way to be able to like replenish it, right? So another way for you to get the puddle as well is through down special. And like so. Now, up special can't be the only way you spawn goobers, and you'd be right. How you also do it is by quarter charge. I believe it's quarter charging your strongs, and then they have to follow the same rule of you have to hit the opponent or their shield in order for you to be able to pick them up and just replant them, and you get another puddle with hands. And now that's only when like he is relatively small, in small state. Things get a little different when he gets big. So not only does he hit harder, and like, but he also hits incredibly slow. But like I said, he has charge shot, so that's cool. After he absorbs the opponent, but what does his up special look like? He gets a bigger goober, and like it's the same rules apply, and all his strongs also spawn in bigger goobers. Now another way you can get your puddle going as well is if you grab the opponent in big state and then you just special pummel them. But you can instantly get big by hitting special pummel when you're small. So that's another thing to note. Okay, now last thing about the gimmicks, I probably almost forgot, is there are other ways to make himself big other than like having to absorb the opponent or having to go for special pummel, right? So another way you can get big is like either just by absorbing two goobers. Like so. So yeah, keep that in mind too. I imagine too, like you can just absorb a really big goober and then like so. Oh wow, that's crazy. Now, last side note about that is he could also just absorb projectiles as well if you time it. But keep in mind, you are kind of in lag if you just whiff. So just pure ample time to get punished. So be wary of that. Unless it's like Crag Rock and it's just out there. Yeah, you can just take it. So yeah, and just instantly get big. So there's that. Now, one other thing you can do as Gouie is like, he's like floaty. Do not be afraid to go way deep off stage. He was guaranteed to make it. Like if you put your mind to it, like trust me. He has a lot of jumps. You know, bad piloting aside. Now that goes into the next thing is recovering. Don't be like me and do what I did earlier. And also, during the practice sessions I was having, like, before recording this, don't also be like me and then, like, accidentally SD by just, like, holding the side special for too long. Because side special, right, you can, like, if you hold the direction, like, one way, and then you hold it for a long time, you go in far distance, right? But you could also just recover backwards by like holding it for a second and then you're able to act out. Because like you go into free fall with side special if you fully charge it, and you have to wall jump and pray. So yeah, a lot of my SDs were just like me like forgetting, and then like I accidentally go this way. And then you also get a little hop, like, with the up special. So there's that to assist you with. And you could also wall jump out of it. And, like, so, again, I do it again. Like, I accidentally did it again. Now, this one I've come to learn that, side special is also really cool if you're on stage. Because, like, you could also, like, you can cancel into moves if you're doing it on the ground. Like so. At least if you don't do it, at least if you charge it all the way. And then like so. Yeah, so you can just, like, you can just cancel into things. So, for one of the last things I want to share out of my first impressions of Gouie is that, first off, I am a fiend for tilt boosting. So when I saw that he had a jab 3, like so, I always ask the question, can they tilt boost, right? And for those that don't know what tilt boosting is, if you're interested, I do have a guide on that, so yeah, I'll put the link in the description, probably, and then on the top right corner, if you really want an in-depth look of what tilt boosting looks like. But for the cliff notes, basically, if the character has a jab 3, they can buffer, like they can buffer tilt like as soon as jab 2 is like present, right? So then you slide forward, like so. And now you already slide forward with Gouie. That's like me not sliding forward. Actually, I should probably turn on input display. Oh man, this is already informal as heck, man. There we go. So yeah, jab 3, then that's me being slow with jab 2, and just being slow with it. There we go. It might not be difference maker. There we go. But realistically, you're probably, if you really do want a tilt boost with Gouie, you're probably gonna be using F tilt, because he already. Oh, okay, wait. You also go a kind of crazy distance with down tilt. Right, and then on that note, when I'm on top of me talking about tilts, he can also angle his tilts. You know, if I'm like, if I'm not bad at it. But yeah, he can angle his F tilt. So there's that. Alright, first impression of Gouie is that he's fun, and I really hope this is a character that people can get behind, not only just for appearance, but also in terms of gameplay. Well, at least probably not in the Ditto, I imagine, because like, goddamn, you guys can't really hit each other and fiend for stocks early. But either way, no, like, it's gonna be. I feel like he's gonna be fun, and you can't really get mad at this guy because he. At the same time, too, he kind of just dies super early, or if he doesn't want to die super early, you just, like, yeah, make yourself big, but you become a bigger target, and you're also obscenely slow. So, like, so far, like, he feels solid, and he feels pretty fair for the most part, at least from, like, a few hours I got to play. But, however, that is not the only thing I want to talk about for Gouie. We got some neat things that also came with this patch. Alright, that's not all that we got with Gouie. What we also got are these special modifiers that you could add to local versus or in your own lobbies, right? So far what I got here is, you know, the standard knockback multiplier, damage, hit pause, shield, crouch cancel, KB multiplier, you know, all the works, right? But there is another side to it too, right? If I go back down, oh, what's this? You could make it so it plays exactly like Rivals of Aether 1. Yes, sir. They added Rivals of Aether 1 to Rivals of Aether 2. Since people have been wanting it so bad. And, you know, the part of me too, yeah, kinda, actually, just to see what it would be like, right? Now, how can I make it play like it was like it's Rivals 1, but 3D? So, first off, you turn off shields, turn off grabs, turn off ledges. I'm choosing to, like, take out knockdown, because, like, I'm pretty sure you just you either have the choice to tech in place or whatnot. In R1, so there's that. Turn off floor hug, turn on drifty eye, and then yes sir. And then you also got quick parry, quick wave dash. What do these do? It makes it so that it's as snappy as Rivals of Aether 1. So yeah, those are the settings I was running with. So I'm super hyped up about this because, like, as a Rivals of Aether 1 veteran, but, like, I've grown to appreciate Rivals of Aether 2 for what it is at this point. But having this, like, included into the game, like, I'm 100% down to just do a couple video ideas I got for this. Like, despite, you know, some things being a little wonky here and there, like the drifty eye, it is, like, super pronounced, but, like, you can use that as, like, a good visual of, like, what it actually looks like. Because in Rivals of Aether 1, it is super subtle. Super subtle for what drifty eye is. So there's that. And yeah, no, and I could also see this as, like, a side bracket for majors. At least until this is, like, until we get Workshop off the ground for Rivals of Aether 2. And, you know, maybe this could be a chance for people to, like, get into the first game and then show the first game some love, because there are some characters that are just restricted to the first game for, as of this, me recording this and me releasing it. So yeah, and this could also be made up for missed time for what people missed out on in the first game, you know? Because, like, again, this is a chance for people to, like, really celebrate the first game, even if, like, it took, like, removing some of what made what made Rivals unique to the genre. It was probably, like, one of the more roundabout ways to go about it, but hey, I'm here for it. And this is also a sneak peek of what the game could have been. And yeah. So yeah, no, this like invigorated, like seeing this just invigorated me into like wanting to like make more content like about both games, if I'm being completely honest. And I hope like this gets you to try like the game mode, the game modifiers gets you to try like Rivals of Aether 1, or at least like the modified mode that makes it play similar to Rivals of Aether 1. So yeah. Well, that's gonna do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed for what's in store with Gouie and for what's in store for the rest of the patch when it comes out. Be sure to let me know in the comments of what aspect you're most hyped about. And remember to like the video if you liked what I was spitting, and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. It would really help me out. But if you want to see me more consistent, I stream like most consistently. It's mostly what I like doing. But yeah, I stream Saturday, Sunday, and Mondays, and maybe sometimes during the week, depending if I want to just do an online weekly. So yeah, that's over on Twitch and also on YouTube because I multi-stream, folks, so that's even more incentive to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support me further, I have a creator code. Be sure to use code 1OutCast. Outcast with a K, to get bonus bucks like Milwaukee, and you two can ball like a Laker in-game. You help me out, I help you out. And that's when you go to purchase these skin bundles that I'm sure that is about to drop. And lastly, be sure to catch the Wavelength Intel podcast on Sundays, usually, and we stream that on my channel. And what is the Wavelength Intel podcast? It's where me and the homies talk about Rivals 1 and Rivals of Aether 2 and other happenings in other platform fighting communities because we love this genre. Please catch up on previous episodes either through the YouTube playlist or Spotify, and I'll link those down below. Please and thank you. Thank you everybody for pulling up. Peace.